down my spine, and there's nowhere I'd rather be than in the stir of the echoes, all through the ages, stories of greatness. And I'll never let go till I'm in the pages. Yeah, I'm gonna chase it. I wanna be right there with the heart of a warrior, right there with the pride and glory of times come now. I wanna be right there in the mind of the field, right there when the end is near and times come now. Bring me the fire, bring me the war, give me the ones I came for.
And we are back. Yes, that's right. For the third week in a row, you get to be graced by my presence. My name is Elias Storm, and I am the 2.5D PNG of Power. And with me, as always, is my running mate, my rival, my bestest friendo, the one, the only, Mr. Stanley Brewer.
Oh God, I'm gonna say it again. Every week it is the same story. Could not sleep last night because obviously very excited. Past 2 weeks of action have been phenomenal on both shows. Your show still sucks though, but action phenomenal on both
Crazy
shows
work.
nonetheless. And I am very much ready for another week. I had that brand new Hershey's frappe from McDonald's. Quite honestly, dog shit. It's just a fucking vanilla milkshake with a shitload of chocolate chips in it. It's not good.
That sounds like what it would be.
Get a mocha frappe, kids. That's the moral of the story. Get medium. You don't need a large.
All right. Well, with him plugging products that we're not sponsored by, no sponsor.
I wish.
This
Give me
week,
fucking money.
we've got the fallout from last week. Obviously, there's some really interesting stuff to come up. But first, the blue sky.
Pew.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a lot to say. First and foremost, where are my notes? Damn it! There it is. Okay, it's because you posted. All right, that's not important. Ladies and gentlemen, I posted on Blue Sky earlier this week that tonight 4 men have the opportunity to become world champion. It's Reigns, Miz, Balor, and the winner of the Meat Showcase, Solo Sikoa. Gauntlet match, last man standing is next man up. That guy will take on the winner. Sir?
I said that handle's crazy, by the way.
Oh yeah, of course. Because I am. I had to double check, because half the time, people like to hack my account and post random things. Looking at you, Sam. I know Greg has all the passwords.
Wait, why the fuck are you looking at me? AJ Styles one got hacked recently.
Yeah, he's not the only one. Next week, from the former national openweight champion and the current #1 contender, Bryan Danielson, had this to say. Got a lot of things I need to address tonight. At Rainmaker says, you might want to listen real close. I'm very curious to hear what Bryan has to say to Okada and to us tonight. Probably one of the most underrated guys on the mic. Not the best, not the worst, but he's definitely a lot better than a lot of people give him credit for. So I'm curious to hear what he has to say. And then finally, my guy E. In this universe, he can still get it popping. You screwed my boys. Capital, all cap. I'm very concerned about that. Now I'm going to screw you at Dex FTR. So I gave him the match. He asked, I supplied. Yeah. Now that you guys know 1 and 2 matches for tonight, you're going to need the other 4. So let's run down these 6 matches. First up, on the other side of the tag team #1 contenders tournament bracket, we've got Legado del Fantasma versus Team Canada. The winner of this match will go on next week to face the Creed brothers, and then those guys will go on to face FTR at Phoenix Rising. Very excited for this match. And if you didn't notice, the old Legado, which is now the LWO, Joaquin and Cruz del Toro, have officially feel their contractual obligations. We signed Angel and Berto because obviously can't be breaking up them factions like that. So yeah, next up, Gigi Dolan, Lyra Valkyria. International rules. Both these women came to my office last week and said they wanted an opportunity to continue to prove themselves. I said, you know what? I like the fire. I like the gumption. So next week, you two, 2 out of 3 falls. Winner gets a future opportunity.
It's amazing it's amazing what you can do when you walk through the open office store. Though in my case, I haven't had an office door in 1.5 years. It's kind of like the inverse of APA. I have the walls but not the door. But they still have to knock and like open the door that's not there.
Exactly. It's all a part of the process. Speaking of process, Big E Langston, because he's allowed to have his last name. Dax Harwood, 1-on-1 singles match with their respective partners in their corners. After that, we have Edge versus a man I'm very, very excited to see. Javon Evans versus the Rated R Superstar, ladies and gentlemen.
Jay Malachi, for love of fuck, save us, goddammit! I swear.
We'll decide if Edge reaches 10 wins, ladies and gentlemen. And at that moment, he will, as he let me know, cash in and challenge Gunther.
Wait, what?
Seth Rollins, excuse me. I don't want to watch your show.
Watch the show, Jeff. You're with me every week. What do you mean you don't watch?
Well, yeah, commentate, but I don't watch. You know, kind of contractually obligated. What's the word? Prattle. Yeah. Also, I prefer Gunther as champ because Seth Rollins is a dick.
Yeah, I said it. You're a dick. That's my champion.
Well, yeah,
right
but
there.
at least I'm honest about it.
Anyway. You're salty because your first overall pick hadn't done shit.
Cody Rhodes is finishing his story. All right, you know how long it took him to finish his story in the alternate universe? A year. 2 years actually. It took him 2 years.
Yeah.
So guess what? He's got all the time in the world. He's got all the time in the world.
The old bit used to be that we would finish his story first, and we never did.
Well,
you had so many opportunities.
Yeah, because we took it. I'm sorry, we took a break.
I'm not even talking about the break, the Dream Open. That was his tournament. That was tailor-made for him.
Cool. It wasn't. Well, first of all, it wasn't his. No. The Dream Open wasn't his tournament. It was a tournament in honor of Dusty Rhodes, a man I look up to greatly, not only as a professional wrestler and a person, but as a booker. All right. So don't you ever disrespect the Dream Open by saying it was Cody Rhodes' tournament.
I ain't disrespecting the Dream. I'm disrespecting Cody Rhodes.
All right.
The Nightmare.
Second, Cody would have had way more opportunities to finish the story first if we hadn't taken that hiatus because of the issues with the portal and Riot. Anyway,
it's not my fault. The password sheet was 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't make that shit.
All right, before I was rudely interrupted, Edge is gonna cash in on Seth Rollins or whoever else walks out of Phoenix Rising as champion. Because guess what? He's beating Javon Evans tonight. Yeah, that's right. The first person to successfully complete your rules for your title is going to be a Glory Superstar. Suck it.
Listen, Javon Evans, Mr. Malachi. If you win tonight, guaranteed contract. You will show up next week on my show. Please break us from this hell.
Next up, Stalk U. Crazy name still. Tatum Paxton and Thea Hill will be taking on The Way. Indy Hartwell, who's been killing it on the Indies, just signed to TNA, and Candice LeRae, the former Women's Speed Champion in the alternate universe, in a tag team match, so we can try and attempt to get the titles off Asuka and Charlotte, formerly known as the Odd Couple, now known as Queens of Wrestling. And in our main event, obviously, Roman, Miz, Solo, Finn, gauntlet match. I don't know who's coming out first. It was a random draw. Winner gets the winner at Phoenix Rising.
I'm glad you said random draw because legitimately in the game I didn't know what order to put them, so I was gonna I should ask him. Never did. So I just put everybody as random.
No, that's fine. That's what I wanted. Work out. So now, let's get into tonight's opening match.
Yeah, so honestly, very, very interesting team history. Not so much for Legado, even though they have officially swapped competitors, but rather for Team Canada. I mean, we've seen them. They've taken part in some gnarly tag team affairs, but, you know, again, I feel like in Glory's tag team division, it is extremely hard to find footing. I'd say even more so than Pride, where obviously RK Bro has had a stranglehold on our titles, but I mean, man, I mean, FTR, ever since, you know, putting the Creed 6 feet under, no one has even come close to them.
Yeah, New Day lost, Judgment Day, and many formations have lost. Obviously, Legado, Team Canada, One and Glory, both members no longer a part of the roster. All failed to they find true footing and work over FTR. But again, I think that just goes to show how talented they are as a tag team. But I think with this tournament, especially if the Creeds can get that rematch, will go a lot better. Obviously, at the time period, the Creeds were still members of Diamond Mine, formerly under Roderick Strong's tutelage, but now as American Made, they've teamed up with Chad Gable. That they've gotten rougher, tougher, they're more violent than ever, and I think this rematch, if they can win the tournament, will really give them that opportunity. But don't underestimate these two guys. Josh Alexander is probably one of the greatest technical professional wrestlers on the planet due to his amateur wrestling background, and Tyler Breeze is one of the most underrated professional wrestlers on the planet. It's insane work to me that WWE has to re-sign him as an active competitor. But maybe that's also his choice. That beauty shot is probably one of the coolest finishers, just off his ability to hit it out of nowhere. And so, yeah, never underestimate the longest reigning left right champion of all time. Not only is he good at wrestling, but he's phenomenal at video game.
You know, honestly, what's crazy is that OCW has marked some of the only action that Tyler Breeze has seen inside a wrestling ring in the past couple of years. You know, Josh Alexander, he's obviously been very busy when OCW started. I believe he was TNA champion or was just coming off the TNA title reign. And, you know, now he's in AEW, and he's kind of a headline guy for Maple Leaf Pro, which I had no idea that old dude from NXT was head commentator.
He's the...
That's fucking
he's
crazy.
The owner, actually. Yeah.
I also completely forgot that Nigel was an NXT commentator at one point.
Yes, he was. He was also a commentator during the Cruiserweight Classic.
Hell yeah, that's what I love Nigel. I don't think he gets enough credit as a commentary dude.
No, I think a lot of people just really missed that he was a full-time wrestler, and then he kind of just didn't do stuff for a bit, and then he started commentating. All right, we starting with a Mexican destroyer. Is this what we're doing?
And well, what's crazy, that's not a signature. That wasn't a finisher. He just pulled that shit out casually.
All right, we're not that company, guys. we say big moves to end it. All right, we've ended on worse things. All right, a fucking arm drag one match went down.
Nah, bro, super indie. Gotta embrace the super indie spirit. That's what Pride tries to do. Holy shit!
My God. Well,
everybody moonsaults! Holy fucking shit!
All these fingerless moonsaults are missing. See, you're promoting bad behavior. Guys, be smart. All right? We are a company of prowess. Cover it. Kick out immediately.
All right, whatever. Fine, fucking Cornette.
I'm not saying we can't do super indie shit, because we are super indie. Or we're the super indie. But be professional about it.
Josh
Alexander working over Umberto.
Oh, fantastic Northern Lights. Something I also wanted to mention before all the flips were happening. Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. Interesting careers as well. Never released, but to me they always seemed like guys who were very close to the chopping block. Humberto actually got his first match on WWE main roster against Seth Rollins, who at the time was Universal Champion. That's actually how I found out about Humberto Carrillo, and I was like, man, this kid is good. Angel Garza came up from NXT, and moonsault springboard.
There's the springboard moonsault. Springboard can't work now. Cover. 1, 2.
Garza, Rey Mysterio I think got hurt, so Garza comes up a few months later, And, those guys had some matches together. They were phenomenal. But unfortunately, in the alternate universe, neither of these guys seemingly able to break through, despite people saying that Angel Garza, oh shit, one of the fucking MSK move right there. People have said Angel Garza has, what it takes, to be a world champ, but has never received any kind of remote singles push.
Breeze moving out of the way there. Now Breeze working the leg. Yeah, it's really interesting how their careers have gone, because in NXT, obviously, Garza was former cruiserweight champion. I think it's just them getting lost in the shuffle, and also the other company don't want to get sued here. Inability to book multiple Latino stars at once.
They've always kind of struggled with that. And Breeze really whiffing on that drop kick right there. Garza makes
obviously
him pay.
during the period when the Guerreros, Los Guerreros specifically, Chavo and Eddie and Ray were kind of there at the same time, along with Psychosis and Super Crazy. During when the tag team division was at its best, a lot of people feel during the later Attitude Era, going into the beginning of the Ruthless Aggression Era.
That was the last time
It wasn't
WWE
hard.
really cared.
Yeah, it wasn't super hard, and now it's kind of just all right, well, we got these Latinos and these Latinos, so they don't like each other because Rey Mysterio is the GOAT, and so one faction supports Rey and the other doesn't, and it flip-flopped twice.
Speaking of flip-flop, right quick, Humberto taken down. What a kip-up, getting his revenge, but momentum flopping again. Tyler Breeze crushing the neck of Carrillo. Anyways, you were saying? Woo, super kick.
Yeah, so it's flip-flop, so it's all right, well, the LWO doesn't like Legado, now Legado doesn't like the LWO. And then we had to separate because people were starting to point out, why are all the Latinos rivaling? And now it's kind of the same thing now that Phoenix and Penta are here. Because now it's Dom versus Penta, and the Judgment Day happens to be on Dom's side, right? And then it's Phoenix versus Legado. And because LWO.
And then you can't forget El Grande Americano as well.
Right. And
who we have confirmed is not Chad Gable. We've confirmed that.
Yeah.
Chad Gable's here. Americano's on the main roster. Well, WWE main roster.
Exactly.
You think people would learn from the whole El Generico situation? El Generico's his own guy. I don't get why they say he unmasked. That's some bullshit. We've talked about that too.
Yeah, I literally spent the last 6 months down in Mexico with El Generico, while Sami Zayn was trying to win the world title. What are we talking about here?
Oh, Garza, hope for a powerbomb, but Breeze managed to fight out of it. Oh, what a leg strike by Breeze. That might be one of the prettiest kicks I've ever seen. When Humberto getting the breakup. A drop kick by Breeze. Again, it's amazing that he hasn't been, as you said, re-signed for to perform in ring for WWE, because Breeze looks like he can still go. Oh, but what doesn't go is that springboard moonsault.
The springboard moonsault has not been effective whatsoever tonight.
I hope the finish is a springboard moonsault. I really do.
All right. Oh, punch just got there. Not you. Okay, cool. Alexander. Ooh.
Very rough landing for Carrillo there, and he crumbles immediately. And a quick tag back into Breeze. Josh Alexander.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Alexander, honestly, I think the strategy here is that Breeze said, "All right, I'm gonna do about the lion's share. We're gonna keep you as fresh as possible." Josh Alexander is being used to go for the kill. Unless this goes, almost does. Which honestly is not a bad strategy considering just how hard of a hitter Alexander is. Keeping him fresh.
It's his back there.
But keeping him fresh, waiting to the end, and having him just unload on whoever his unlucky victim is. Honestly, I think it's a pretty bold strategy.
What a great game this is.
It's like I'm watching a Mario Party minigame. You gotta move to certain places before the bomb blows up.
Breeze calling for it.
Calling for a pretty right hook and a prettier chop.
Suplex.
Breeze
now
rolling.
back to Josh Alexander.
Carrillo,
Berto
though.
not going for the tag. Probably a terrible decision.
But Carrillo's still kicking up. The endurance on Carrillo is insane. And now here comes Angel Garza.
Much needed tag here.
Garza, probably the freshest man of them up. Well, nope, he was trying to do the I surrender gimmick.
Top rope. What do we see here?
Ooh, Garza could be thinking a pretty nice superplex. Top rope. No, a Spanish fly!
No, Spanish fly from the top.
Clearly, Garza and Gary have been training together. Of course, Gary Steele pulling out that move multiple times. Oh, moonsault!
No, finally a moonsault lands.
I think it's like the second one. Only one of the springboard ones landed. Garza into the corner. The safe corner.
What a chop there.
Overhand chops.
Josh Alexander running. Oh, spear.
Right to the gut of Garza.
Tag into Breeze.
Now Breeze possibly the freshest man, but that was not a very fresh clothesline attempt. Up, and we could be seeing some tag team actions here. I think that might be calling for the bell. Up and down, Breezy goes. Here's the cover.
Oh no, Josh Alexander still has his one breakup. Alright, now he can't do it again until he's tagged.
Allegedly.
This is the opportunity.
All right, now Carrillo isolating Breeze. Let's see what's on the mind of the young man. Up.
Oh.
Some bad things. What a kick. Down goes Breeze. And of course, a reminder on Overdrive Glory, it is a 20 count. Instead of a traditional 10 count, countouts are going to be harder. Breeze already back up. Tag in Garza. Here we go. We could be in the final act. Springboard drop kick. I bet Breeze thought he was going to miss, thinking it was a moonsault.
Oh no, tag making to Josh Alexander.
Into the hot tag. Breeze.
Step up insecurity.
Breeze not able to roll out the ring. So Garza going to do some extra damage, trying to isolate the killer Alexander, but remember the strategy. Alexander, fresher than normal. Tyler Breeze taking the lion's share of the punishment, hoping that Alexander can go in for the kill, but Breeze still can't get out of the ring. Oh, code breaker. Right to the face. Gotta feel bad for Breeze. Oh, what a dodge. What a sequence by Garza. Everyone embracing their inner super indie. Garza into the corner. Alexander in the worst possible shot. Oh, right to the gut. God forbid he has an ulcer in there. Oh, wait a minute, though. Wait a second. A snooplex into a snapdragon.
Into a German. Might be it.
That was literally a three amigos with three different kinds of suplexes. That's actually fucking cool.
Yeah, no, Josh Alexander is really good at that. I was calling for something.
What should he call that?
I don't know if this is smart.
If he does the buckshot, I'm gonna shit my pants. Okay. That would have been so funny. And Humberto crawls to the wrong corner, it looks like.
Boot to the face there.
And Carrillo.
Excited.
Uh-oh.
He's looking for it.
And this could be it.
C4 spike, maybe. Uh-oh.
Hits a version of it, maybe. Here's the cover. Garza gets the breakup. I don't think there's only been one count that has gone to two. Oh, and Alexander almost blindsided by his own Irish whip. I think he might have thought he tossed Garza out of the ring. And Humberto now in a bit of trouble, but he's fighting back. Humberto Carrillo, one of the two hot, sexy boys, and oh no. One. Alexander in the corner. Most dangerous place in the ring to be. And they're calling for it. This could be the end.
Wrapping it up.
Whatever the hell you call that. The one. The two. Oh, youth almost prevailed over experience, but not quite. Garza might be calling for his own finish right here. Oh, wait. No, taking the C4 spike from Alexander. That's the version of the C4 spike Alexander has used throughout his OCW career. And Garza, knowing the power of Alexander, and they're calling for it again. Call it the Groundhog Day. I've seen this story so many times. Here's the cover. There's a 1. There's a 2. There's a 3.
Congratulations to Los Garza of Legado del Fantasma. We have our finals, ladies and gentlemen. After planning him for the, third time? We're going to call it the fall of Garza. With the fall of Garza, Josh Alexander could not withstand it. Tyler Breeze on the outside. We have our winners, ladies and gentlemen, with an instant classic 4.5 stars. Look at that.
Yeah.
Tag team wrestling is alive and well, ladies and gentlemen.
Honestly, congratulations. I think that is the best tag team match OCW has had since the return. Well, actually, no. If I'm not mistaken, the first Grand Reset match, I think, also got 4.5.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid match. But next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have women's international rules action. Lyra Valkyrie, Gigi Dolan.
Now, one thing I do want to point out before we get into this match, Legado, at least this form of Legado, winning in their tag team debut. Just want to point that out there as an extra note. Congratulations to both of them. Now, Gigi Dolan, we say it all the time. Gigi Dolan, also a very fascinating OCW career. Of course, her biggest win came in a past, present, and future match where she beat two of the greats to do it, Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch.
Absolutely. Again, I have the highest praise for Gigi Dolan. Unfortunately, the other company didn't feel that way in the alternate universe. 100% in my mind. Future glorious women's champion. And I'm sure eventually a mid-card title for the women will be introduced, or should I say secondary. Mid-card's kind of insulting, according to the other people. A secondary championship for the women will eventually be introduced, and she's definitely one of the first names in that hat, as far as I'm concerned, when and if that does happen. But like I said, 100% in my mind, a future glorious women's champion. And this is another step in that direction. We've seen Gigi at the highest of highs and the lowest of lows as a tag team competitor and a single star. And I think she's really ready for this to be her breakout year. Just like last year, or should I say 2 years ago, was Cora Jade's.
Absolutely, and speaking of Cora Jade, her title picture for her looking very interesting. She has a match with Liv Morgan. I believe that'll probably be coming up for Phoenix Rising. Let's talk a little bit about Lyra Valkyria as she makes her way to the ring, making her debut on our return to Overdrive Championship program and taking part in that Battle Royal that Liv Morgan eventually won. I believe Lyra was in the final 3 or 4. And of course, Lyra currently feuding with former Glorious Women's Champion Becky Lynch in the alternate universe. Currently the Women's Intercontinental Champion. And when you talk about Gigi wanting to make a statement, I mean, she's made a statement before, and you say she's got a future. Lyra could very much also have a bright future, whether it be on Glory or on Pride. No pun intended. Sky's the limit for Lyra Valkyria. And off to correct side. Oh, Gigi already taking Lyra down.
Starting off strong. Obviously, Lyra a little bit more accomplished than Gigi is in the alternate universe when it comes to the Fed. Former NXT Women's Champion and the current Intercontinental Champion, as well as former Women's Tag Team Champion with Becky Lynch, who's doing her heel run again. See how that goes. Well, actually, I think this is Becky's first official legit heel run, because even during the beginning of the Man, it was sounding more like I'm finally confident, and so I'm gonna do what I want. And if you don't like it, fuck you. Compared to oh no, I'm a bitch.
What a leg drop by Valkyria. I'd say big time Bex, definitely. If you don't consider it heel, you have to at least say it was heel coded.
No, definitely. Lyra.
And then she was kind of face for her Mania match against Rhea, just because. Oh, whoa! Holy shit! Did you see how fucking far
One
she
across
flew?
body there. The impact cover one. Obviously,
Jesus shakes that
Gigi compared to Lyra isn't completely ungoated. You know, one of the longest women's tag team reigns of all time in NXT as a member of Toxic Attraction during the good old days. Two-time at that. I want to say, yeah, they're two-time tag team champions.
It is
But,
crazy how that team went to the fucking moon, and then now there's just kind of. I mean, I know JC's still
now
doing her
none of
thing,
them work. Oh yeah, I was saying JC still does. I was saying only one of them still works. Again, you gotta tell me JC Jane was a surviving member of Toxic Attraction 2 years ago. Well, 3. Yeah, because Manny Rose left in what 2022. Yeah, so you had to tell me 3 years ago
like
that JC
right
Jane would be
before
surviving
crowd,
member. I
like
would
right
have
as
looked
crowd
like crazy. Yeah. Gigi throwing her back into the ring. Not that JC isn't talented or attractive, because they all were, right? That's the whole point of Toxic Attraction. But you would think, with Mandy being gone because of the spicy site, that they would like go all in on Gigi, and they tried, or at least attempted to try. I don't know.
They said they tried.
Gigi, yeah, they said they tried. Gigi calling for a finisher.
And Gigi could put it away early. Ever since that crossbody to the outside by Lyra, it's been all Gigi Dolan. Ooh, work on the legs, trying to ground the flightless bird. That's actually a pretty damn good strategy.
Absolutely.
Do you know if Gigi has any like combat background, or is that just kind of what her style?
No, she was an indie wrestler as far as I knew.
Ah, gotcha. And Gigi absolutely seizing control of this match. Well, missed a boot, missed another boot. Oh, get her in the back though. 3rd time's the charm. Oh, but a vicious elbow by Lyra. Gigi tries to come back. Oh, going back and forth.
That's what you say.
Problem is, I don't think the crowd hates either of these women, so it's just yeah and then yeah. Yeah. And if this was Ricochet, it'd be yeah, bald. I'm surprised I haven't come up with that yet. I swear, I don't know what it is. Wrestling fans are the most creative.
No, for sure, wrestling fans are amazing.
Oh, most of them. Some of you kind of suck dick.
Yeah, no, some of you guys are fucking awful. on average, we're pretty cool.
Oh, Lyra.
Lyra.
I think she sees the end. Up and oh!
Is that enough?
Could
1,
be.
2.
Yes, it is.
3.
What a win for Lyra Valkyria.
Goes to Lyra Valkyria.
Oh wait, I forgot it was international rules. Shame on me. I made a poopsie.
Bro.
Though you have to think maybe Gigi not wanting to waste all of her energy kicking out, knowing she's got a second win, or maybe trying to learn Lyra into a false sense of security. Psychological mind games up. Well, I don't know if there was much security in that kick. Nope, not at all. And now for realsies, Lyra Valkyria wins.
Well, there you go. Lyra Valkyria doing more than enough to get the job done. 2 falls to 0, moving herself up in the women's division. I'll have a conversation with her backstage about where she goes from here. But congratulations to Lyra for picking up her first ever singles victory in OCW.
Yes, sir. You know, they say you never forget your first victory in OCW. Lyra Valkyria, all smiles tonight. Gigi Dolan, though, I mean, honestly, I still think she can coast off of her past, present, future match victory. Like, if that's me, I'm cruising off that shit for like 3 years. And then eventually someone brings it up in storyline, and it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to prove that I can win more than just that match. And then they go out and they win another match.
She's like, well, I'm still the future of OCW.
I mean, yeah.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Big E Langston, Dax Harwood, one-on-one. Who comes out on top?
You know, and of course, we were talking about, you know, this new revolutionary treatment that Big E was getting. I believe it was leeches. What it was, helping with his neck.
down in Argentina, yeah.
Yeah, I saw E in the locker room earlier. A couple of the lights were out, but I knew exactly where E was because, like, I mean, you're right. That boy fucking glow. Now about this, E doing an entrance with his boys. Probably just happy to be back. Okay, I'm gonna go into right quick. Fucking, E isn't unlockable in this fucking game. So
right.
I had to go through showcase mode to get them. The thing about showcase mode, you can cheese the matches so very easily. Of course, you don't,
right.
If you don't do the objectives, you miss out on unlockables. But I was like, that's fine. I just want to get this match, unlock Big E. Well, to unlock Big E, it's the Usos Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
And you have to complete all the objectives. So I win the first time, realize you have to do that. I'm like, okay. Not the worst thing in the world. Well, problem is that I would get to, like, objective 6, and you can switch control between the Usos at any time.
Or the Usos, yeah.
But
Jimmy.
I didn't realize that at first, so one of the
you were waiting for the other Uso to do their part?
Well, no. Even better, I would, like, get to objective 6, and then all of a sudden there's a pinfall in the ring. The other brother's going for the pin, and I'm like,
oh, you would have to break it up.
well, no. I'm like, okay, because usually because I'm bad at wrestling games, I'm more fucked up than my opponents. So I'm like, okay, surely they're gonna kick out because it's not like it was Jimmy in one instance because Jimmy didn't use a finisher, he was just pinning them. And then all of a sudden it's 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This is why you didn't get the push, Jimmy.
Crazy.
Like, I got mad. That happened like 3 separate times.
When did you figure out you could swap?
Like after the 3rd time.
Jesus.
Oh, Big E coming out strong.
Big E.
Also, we did not mention just how damn good the tag belts looked on FTR as they were coming out. Oh, what
shout out FTR with the tag belts.
Of course, FTR. Bleh.
The shovel parent.
Yeah. God, we say we're never gonna mention that match again, but it's like every fucking week we talk about that match.
Insane. I didn't mention the match. I just mentioned their nicknames. But yeah, no, crazy work here, ladies and gentlemen. Like, collar and elbow tie up.
Of course, FTR already a successful title defense.
Taking out the ref.
Nah, that ref held firm. She didn't go nowhere. Oh, Dax somehow overpowering Big E, who's got at least 3 cup sizes on him. That's impressive.
Oh,
Dax.
Do the punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, look where Kofi is. It looks like he's taking like one of those pictures in front of like the wings that you would see at a restaurant. Yeah. That's actually amazing.
That's not enough. And also, E's legs all the way in the rope.
What?
Hello?
You can't.
Incompetent referees, man.
Honestly.
Dax. Calling for it. God, no, don't hit his springboard, brother. That's not your
Oh my
will.
God. Oh my God.
Okay. Springboard crossbody.
The shortest springboard crossbody ever completed in the professional wrestling ring. Oh my God. Why is everyone going back to PWG days? Jesus Christ.
Dax.
Okay, anybody can do that. That's not quite PWG. Which it was. I'm sure you'll know the clip I'm talking about.
Kofi trying to help out E.
I saw the clip of the triple shooting star press.
Yeah, because it's insane work. Wait, I thought he was going for Big E, but no, power slam. Big E, boot to the chest. Gut wrench? Yep.
Also,
the strength of E.
Also, Big E's, this is the like Hell in a Cell gear. This gear is like really fucking good.
No, I love that gear.
That was I I remember forever your desktop background was New Day, Kofi as champ, and Ian Woods.
Had tag title. Yeah.
Yeah, was that Hell in a Cell, or was that a different year?
No, that was way after that. Because
Okay.
Kofi Mania was 2019. And then Kofi was tag champ for a little bit, and then they beat, if I'm not mistaken, the Usos for those belts.
Gotcha.
And then they lost them to the Bludgeon Brothers? Or was that before that? It might have been before that. Yeah, because Luke Harper was in AEW in 2019, right? Yeah, Luke Harper was definitely in AEW.
I don't remember. Granted, I wasn't around when the Bludgeon Brothers were both there. Oh, Big E almost got the victory right there. But I don't remember Bludgeon Brothers ever being tag champs.
They definitely were.
I mean, Seth Rollins and Jason Alexander were too, so anything's possible. Oh, Big E. Oh, could be looking for big ending. Oh, my goodness. Big E making quick work of his opponent. Oh, but that aura of a champion coming through for Dax when he needed it most. Big E almost accomplishing what his New Day brothers weren't able to do. Well, I mean, it would have been one half FTR, but even still.
Oh no, this is when Rowan and DB were still tag teaming, so it was Heavy Machinery versus Rowan and Daniel Bryan versus New Day.
Heavy Machinery was like the perfect like multi tag team man match guys. 'Cause they were always in those. They were always an extra pair of bodies. Oh, Dax! Woo! Go, God! Right on E's neck. Oh my God! E's out at 1.
Were Daniel Bryan and Rowan tag champs on?
They might have been for a brief second, but that dude, did you just see that? E got spiked on his.
Yeah.
He was spiked on his
It
neck.
definitely wasn't
kicked at
Heavy
1.
Machinery because Otis did not win the tag titles with Tucker, even though they
Yeah,
should.
no, they never won. They should have.
Yeah, so it had to be DB and Rowan, which is a crazy tag.
I mean, kind of made sense though.
Yeah, because he was heel and Irish champion and blah blah blah.
Running Bulldog by Dax. Yeah, well, that's actually got a nice ring to it. Oh, wait, Dax looking for that sharpshooter.
Yeah, it was Rowan.
Looking to embarrass Big E on top of the O.
Money.
And Dax could be
The
looking.
Smacker down. Wait, Dax.
Looking for that pile driver again. Oh, E's taking down the neck several times. God, I feel sick.
Cover, that may be it. 2.
That is.
Yep, that'll do it. Big E, unfortunately. When a pile driver is a finisher on a guy who doesn't have the strongest neck.
And it looks like the New Day have become old as they have been defeated by the top guys. Every single member has fallen.
Honestly, FTR looks unstoppable. We'll find out if the Creed's in their rematch or if Los Garzas of Legado Del Fantasma can be the ones who truly knock them off their high horse. But for now, it continues.
I mean, I'll tell you what's really unstoppable. Cash Wheeler's fucking body hair. Good God, dude.
Yeah, that's insane. Right?
Shave. Like, it doesn't help the way the game makes it look. It makes it look like a child like scribbling on like one of those fucking like Outback like play mats with the crayons.
Right.
Well, while we find Cash Wheeler a razor, the fate of the internet as we know it lies in the hands of Congress and also Javon Evans.
The Rated R Open continues. Edge, who has seemingly time traveled to his peak, will be taking on Javon Evans of NXT.
Why do we still have? Why is that guy still here? Why?
You know why. It was a very long, lengthy lawsuit process.
Yeah, I do know why. Listen, I was a doctor, not a lawyer. I don't know why. I don't know why you people expect me to handle the litigation. I get we don't have an HR team. That's what makes this company great. But come on now.
In other news, that boy is indeed bouncy Javon Evans making his OCW debut.
But it could potentially be a debut of a lifetime. Of course, Javon Evans, who I somewhat jokingly refer to as Jay Malachi, once a DPW champion, and is now part of that illustrious DPW to NXT pipeline. And dude, I swear, there's gonna be a good number of Fed guys who went through DPW, on the come up soon, and that is fucking awesome.
And now,
All that fucking smoke.
on this day, you see clearly that the 10th defense of the Internet Championship happens.
Well, no, this is defense number 9, isn't it?
No, this is 10.
No, this is 9. We talked about this. Because he got his 8th.
Oh yeah,
last
you're right.
week.
This is not. You're right. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
listen,
9th
I
defense.
I know my championship. It's very sad. Tony Khan's actually keeping the music rights to Metalingus hostage, so we can't use it right now. So Edge having to come out to his Judgment Day theme, but I mean, hey, he was just as devious back then. Of course, Edge unifying the Internet Championships all the way back at Supremacy, defeating Darby Allin, and, as much as it pains my penis to say this, Edge has been the best Internet Champion, hands down. The only one to get past that 5-win threshold, which guarantees you a cash-in on a mid-card title, in Pride's case, United States Championship. And, of course, Edge with his 8th title defense against Jey Uso very recently. And now with just 2 more wins, could, will have the opportunity to cash in for a world title shot. But could Javon Evans pull off the upset of the century and earn himself a contract on Pride based on merit alone? I think so. I'm going to will that into existence.
Right. Okay. Obviously, he knocked off Wesley just a few short weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now he has the opportunity to add Javon Evans to a list that includes both Usos, Wesley, as mentioned previously, Logan Paul, Darby Allin, Matt Cardona, Joe Hendry, and Eddie Kingston.
Oh wait, you know what? I said he beat Jey Uso a few weeks ago. No, he beat Jey Uso.
Yeah, he beat Jey
the,
first. Wesley was most recent.
Yeah, no, he beat Jey on the 20th edition of I believe it was Pride. Or actually, no, Pride would have been Glory at that point since it was on Glory. But Edge beat, because that was, I got mixed up in my head.
Opposite day.
No, it was the fact that we mentioned about how we were looking into when Jey Uso's last singles match was prior to last week, and it was that Internet title match.
Really?
Yeah. Edge beat Wesley last week, and then he beat Joe Hendry
The week before.
Yeah, on Overdrive Pride episode 30, which if you haven't watched, you should go watch that right now. It is up. It is very cool. And Evans tried to get off to a fast start, of course, a lot of times, because of the clashing styles most of the time, most Internet title matches usually come down to who can control the speed of the match. In past few weeks, Edge has 1,000% dictated the speed of these matches. He likes a slower pace, harder hitting moves, really wants to destroy the opponent inside and out. But remember, Javon Evans is bouncy. And when something bounces, it'll bounce back, and I don't know what the fuck Edge was doing right there.
Edge, looking for it.
I think it was looking
No,
for a
it's
power bomb.
Wasp
Now
with a
looking
power
for
bomb.
oh, Snake Eyes on
It's
top of
just
the rope.
scraping his neck.
And again, slow yet hard hitting. Javon Evans already a bit wobbly to get
Oh,
up.
what a boot. Jesus.
And Evans
Ryan Ross,
wisely rolling out the ring.
Edge.
Edge, fuck's sake! Edge trying to go high risk, of course. He did that not too long ago to AEW. It didn't pan out. What a move by Evans.
John working the arm.
Now these guys by the announce desk. I would stand up for realism, but I really don't want to. Referee at the count of 2, of course. International. International. This is the internet. Never mind. But still, 20 count.
Planning. Javon there.
Now Javon, referee at the count of 5, of course, with the 20 count. Plenty more time, but Edge's going to throw him back into the ring regardless.
Edge.
Oh,
looking
this is
for
why.
This is ending most suitable. Spear!
Oh my god.
Spear!
Kick out, for the love of Christ. Kick out. Kick out.
2.
God
3.
damn it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it here. I would have personally gotten into that ring, handed you the contract and a crayon to sign it with.
Oh, you know what that means, brother? One more match, and you know I think I got the perfect guy in mind.
Darby Allin.
I got the perfect guy in mind. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, the Open Overdrive Glory. It'll be the Internet Champion, the Rated R Superstar, Edge Adam Copeland, defending his title against our protege, the first ever signee to the developmental of OCW.
He's not ready.
The one.
Elias, he's not ready. He's not ready.
Gary's
not. No, he's not ready. He is not ready. He hasn't even won a match yet. He is not ready. This is developmental. You don't fucking give title matches to developmental guys. Let them get their ass kicked to make the bigger guys look even bigger. You can't do that.
He impressed me last week against Okada.
He impresses me too.
He impressed the week before that
Elias.
against Athena.
He's not ready.
Gary has the opportunity to shock the world, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god, he fucking better. Cause the fate of my fucking brand hangs in the goddamn balance. God, I hate you. Have I said that today? I hate you.
Me too, Stanley. Ladies and gentlemen, before our next match, Bryan Danielson asked me for some time to discuss his future and the upcoming match at Phoenix Rising, and also his loss to Carmelo. So let's do that. Here's the floor and back guy. Yes, he did.
Oh shit, that's glowing praise from the dragon right there.
Glorious indeed.
Yeah, OCW is indeed.
Goddamn right, the best wrestlers.
Of course, as we know, Bryan very dominant in the lead up to the open weight title.
Respect from the dragon.
Honestly, one of the highest honors you can receive in pro wrestling.
Younger version of himself. High praise.
Honestly, very surprised, very positive and spirited Bryan Danielson here tonight.
A lot of glaze on Melo. No, we have not. 100%. Preach. Don't bring that back. Don't bring that back. We get it, bro. Okay, cool.
Listen, if he wanted the fucking environmental title, we'd have it made for him. Oh, God, right in my fucking ears, bro. That hurt.
Here's the call out. See what he did there. Can't believe there have been 6 Overdrive World Champions.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy. Well, 5 going in 6 allegedly.
And Bryan Danielson, a very, very passionate speech by one of the most passionate men in professional wrestling. Bryan Danielson claiming he will become the 6th Overdrive World Heavyweight Champion. Talking about leading OCW into a new era. Of course, right now, we just entered OCW 2.0. So Danielson essentially declaring that he is going to be the face of Overdrive 2.0. Elias, I want your take on that right quick.
Very spirited words from a very good friend of mine. I think all of us were shocked 2 weeks ago when he lost to Mello, but it seems he's gotten his head back on straight, and I'm very excited to see if he can live up to his words, because if I know anything about Bryan Danielson, is that when he makes a promise, he damn sure tries to keep it.
1000%.
But with that being said, let's get into the next match, what I'm very excited for.
He's not ready, Elias. You can't. Please. I'll give you someone from NXT. Pick any free agent you want. Gary's not ready.
I'll consider it.
Oh, God.
But next up, ladies and gentlemen, it's Stalk U, the team of Thea Hill and Tatum Baxley, taking on The Way.
See, the great thing is that I come up with these tag team names on the spot, like while the graphics are being put together. Like I'll just think about it on the spot, and they're all oftentimes really good. Of course, Stalk U making their debut the other week had a chance against the Odd Couple, but ultimately fell short. But impressive enough to get an invite back, and tonight a chance to get a huge victory under their belt as they take on the very well established The Way. Also, please tell me I fucking set them up at the same time.
We're gonna find out.
Son of a bitch.
No, the Poison Pixie, former women's speed champion Candice LeRae, making her way to the ring. Wife of Johnny Gargano, mother to Quinn, one of the greatest women's indie moments of all time, taking that lumbar check from Cedric Alexander.
It's crazy.
You know, got death threats for that.
It is crazy people still talk about that.
It's so insane. I remember watching. Yeah, have you seen the CVV interview? He was talking about he got death threats for that.
Oh, I have not. CVV's been interviewing everybody lately, though. He's been on a fucking roll.
He's been on a roll for like last 3 years. It's crazy work.
But like, dude, like, I just want to say, fucking, people don't give Candice enough fucking props for how good her fucking gear is.
No, it's insane work.
I guess letting Indy come out by herself, giving her a confidence boost. Of course, unfortunately, Indy, not too long ago in the alternate universe, was released. You know, maybe not the best in terms of wins and losses, but you'd be hard-pressed to find a harder competitor than Indy Hartwell here in OCW.
Her main roster run was really weird anyway, because she was NXT Women's Champion, got hurt, and then they called her up. And while she was champ, and then she had to drop her title, and then she recovered, came back, and then they sent her back to NXT for like a 1 month run to finish up the index stuff, and then she was just kind of on the main roster doing nothing for a while, and then Candice turned heel, and Indy was like, I don't know if we should do this, and then Indy kind of also turned heel, and then I think they just sent her home for a while, and then they fired her.
Well, then, and you were talking about CBV. She did her own CBV interview, and they had taped, I guess, one of the Raws like a week or two before she was released. So the day she was released, she had a match air on TV. And and again, it was a that's a misunderstanding. I'm getting about the words mixed up again. But it was like people like messaged her like, "Did you get released but then have to go wrestle?" And she was like, "Oh no, ain't that cruel?"
I want to say, I think more realistically, did you get fired after wrestling? Yeah, I was like, did they fire you after the match?
Oh, that'd be even more disheartening.
They did at Cody, technically.
Jesus. And Candice LeRae absolutely showing no remorse for the young upstart Tatum Paxley. Already top rope.
Looking for something. Oh, what a drop kick for Tatum Paxley there.
The absolute precision on that. That is absolutely experience right there. Oh, well, that wasn't experience. That was just a miss. And Paxley able to take advantage. Stun her on the ropes. And Paxley now looking to turn the tides, working on that leg. Of course, Candice LeRae, someone who likes to use the middle and top ropes very, very often. Again, kind of similar strategy Gigi Dolan had to Valkyria, trying to keep her grounded.
Irish whip to the corner. Tag team maneuvers going to come into play here. Good old-fashioned boot to the gut.
Let's see what else they've learned in their time together. Guess not much, because Pax is already back on the apron. Then the moonsault still ain't. Moonsaults ain't moonsaulting.
Man. Moonsaults is not moonsaulting. All right, there we go. Cover. Kick out immediately. Backslide cover does not work. Chop.
Yeah, she's definitely seen that before.
Thea Hale absolutely moving.
Of course, as we said, Hale and Paxley, a pretty impressive showcase against the Odd Couple just a few weeks ago, but sadly not able to get the job done. Hale, ooh!
Yeah. Oh, what a move there! The athleticism of Thea Hale. Yeah, Stalk U, doing what a splash cover. Great job against the Odd Couple last week, but not enough. Oh, almost a 3 count there. Then Charlotte walking up to me and then demanding to now be referred to as the Queens of Wrestling. Obviously, Charlotte's the Queen, Austin the Empress. The greatest tag team of all time in general here on OCW. Have not lost as a team, if I'm not mistaken, and definitely undefeated in championship opportunities.
Also, whenever you want competitors from Pride, let me know. I'll throw something together.
Yeah.
Been busy with the Grapplers Cup. Haven't been able to fully take out another blind bandit yet. Oh, going for the armbar. And that is locked in. Fans behind us screaming tap.
Not enough, though. Candice's arm is nowhere near as damaged. Thea celebrating.
Somehow I want to point out when Candice LeRae had to make that last-second kick out, you notice Indy would have been just a second too late. That's kind of been a running theme with the way, Indy or Candice always being a second too late to stop a pin or stop a submission. Of course, that being part of the reason.
What a boot.
Oh, there's a cover. Out at one.
Kick out. Nowhere near enough. Tatum rolling out of the ring smartly. Just have to recover.
But as I was saying, either whether it's LeRae or Hartwell, one being too late to save the other, that's cost them many times. That cost them tag team championships at one point. You have to.
This is true. Thea and Cadence.
And
something on the outside.
Something is happening here. Paxley, I guess she's, I guess maybe her vision or something still adjusting from sitting in dark corners.
Playing mind games, obviously. Irish Whip, what a great game. The spinning
mind games didn't work. However, this could be a very critical point here in the match because you notice it's just Indy and Tatum, both women completely ice. Okay, I take that back. Fuck my commentary. Fuck my career as a professional commentator. I'll fucking go flip burgers at Burger King.
Tatum backflip.
Because you know
Looking for
what?
it.
Burger King cares more than
Oh.
Wendy's. The people still don't want to be there, but they at least cook a burger that looks a little bit like what you fucking see on the sign.
Tag.
Fuck me, I'll fucking go put jalapenos on Whoppers.
So the Irish whip into the double back body drop.
Yeah, I've been eating a lot of Burger King, in case you can't notice. Oh my goodness, natural
for
selection.
I haven't had Burger King in a while.
Crazy, 'cause that was your go-to in college, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, again, it was cheap.
And it was also right fucking there. Speaking of right fucking
Yeah.
there, Indy could be right fucking there with the cover.
Cover.
Up, no.
Yeah, it was like Burger King, Wendy's, Cookout in that order, and then when I had money, it was Zaxby's.
Oh yeah, no, that cookout was so clutch. Like, I'm glad that came because, like, you know, because the campus now like has so fucking much. Like the kids these days are spoiled.
No wonder that.
But I feel not a lot of that comes if the cookout doesn't come and do fucking numbers. Because, you know, it was the only thing.
Yeah, they got a fucking Buffalo Wild Wings now. What the fuck?
That's fucking crazy and awesome. They got bomb hours. I mean, they got.
I'm pissed.
Oh,
Pissed.
Poison
Oh my god,
Rana!
Poison Rana.
That's about as
This
vicious
ain't
I've ever
work.
seen. Thea's already up, though. Up and spinning back
Oh, yeah,
elbow.
there's the elbow.
Very Cassius Ono-esque. Busted open. Oh, step up senton. Never seen a version of
in
that
trouble.
before. Tatum right there. And Tatum, who I assume is very much a ride or die kind of goth mommy. The best kind to have.
Yeah, until you piss her off and it beats the shit out of you. Ass ladder back here. Oh my
Double
god. And
shoulder tackle.
double shoulder tackle.
Did you see? That was
Yeah.
kind of like a pinball effect that just happened. Indy stomped Thea, but then Thea like immediately kicked up and hit Lorraine in the face.
Oh, squatting with it. Suplex.
What's Indy thinking?
Indy top
Uh-oh.
rope.
Indy dive? Indy looking for the... Oh! Fucking broom handle. Oh, please win.
Okay.
That'd be really funny. No, Thea would have not even won! Out at 0 for like the third
Thea
time
knows
this
that.
match!
Cover again.
No, fuck you! You don't even get a
This
1!
sheer resilience of Thea Hell here.
Oh, that's fucking...
Good
That's
corner.
fun. His fun.
Tag.
Because Drew McIntyre did that to Bobby Lashley in their match at Backlash. Bobby went for 2 pins, and Drew was just like, no, fuck you. That's the second
Cover.
one.
Oh, Thea.
It could be setting up. Could be looking at the beginning of the end. Thea picks her up. Oh! Needed the elbow, it looks like.
Much needed tag. Much needed tag to Tatum here.
And Tatum, probably freshest woman in the match. Chance to seal the deal right here, and again, going back to those legs. Oh my goodness, what a suplex by Paxley. Yeah, it's got a ring to it too. Standing corkscrew, holy shit. Now measuring up. We could be seeing the
Psycho
end.
trap. Connects.
What a fucking
Cover.
move. Indy's
Oh,
right there.
No. Quick now.
That kick wrapping around to the face of Paxley. I swear to God, if it's a moonsault, I swear to God. No, it's probably just a broom handle. Oh no, drop kick. I was wrong both times. Paxley probably wondering what she has to do to end this match. Of course, one thing could do is isolate, people, but, Supposedly, this universe engine is better, and it kind of has been. Tag matches have been much better paced.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Which was the main issue?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, drop kick. Tatum.
Oh!
Jesus. I know that hurt. Like a lot.
Now, that shot might be the thumbnail. That looks fucking cool. Paxley just taking her time with the poison pixie. And now just frolicking through the mat. Oh, into a headlock takeover.
Into the submission.
Submissions have been the bane of the Way's existence.
Tagging to Thea.
Now Thea, she might be the. I mean, outside of Indy, she's the freshest woman in the match, and they're looking for her head, looking for her arm, isolating the arm. Candice, will she tap? Yes, she does. Middle of the ring.
Candice LeRae, Stalk U picks up their first victory as a team, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the young lady.
It is a night. It is a night of first here in Overdrive Glory. And Stalk U, what a victory for them. You know, maybe we need to go to the tag team maneuver lab a little bit more, but their individual strengths able to get things done against a now what we can call a veteran tag team in the way. The way still very much lost in finding that way, but Stalk U taking a much needed step forward.
All right, 4 stars. Great match from the ladies.
If I remember,
in our main event.
Wait, side note, if I remember to do this in post when they point at each other, I need to do just like very low in the background, just you.
Well, make a note of it. Yeah. You got that.
Yeah, I will. Anyway, start explaining whatever the poop's happening here.
Ladies and gentlemen, our main event of the evening. 4 men, 3 pins, 1 winner, 1 world title opportunity. Solo Sikoa, Roman Reigns, Mike the Miz Mizanin, Finn Balor. Gauntlet match. 2 men start, 1's eliminated, next comes in, and so on until it finishes up. I, for one, am very excited to see the first gauntlet match in our company's history, and I couldn't think of 4 better guys to do it.
Yes, sir, and something interesting to point out, Roman Reigns and The Miz were part of the inaugural Overdrive World Heavyweight Championship match, that 4-way Hell in a Cell that ended with Miz being pinned by Okada. Roman Reigns played no factor in that decision, and since then, he's come around every now and again, but obviously, his priorities lying in the Ultimate Universe, because at the time, he was still on the Bloodline run.
Absolutely. Ryan explaining the rules in more detail.
I'm glad we have a graphic for this, so I don't have to see his ugly fucking mug.
Let's see who starts us off.
Oh, we must have paid him extra for this. He never starts.
Talk about bad luck of the draw here. The man who has been referred to as God Mode itself, the Tribal Chief, former Universal Undisputed Champion Roman Reigns will be starting the OCW Gauntlet.
My God, Roman Reigns, the one man whose aura might be larger than our video board. I mean, just look at him. Just even look at him. He's bigger than the video board. He makes video boards look relatively small when he stands next to him. Oh God, how much is that fucking pyro gonna cost? Are you fucking kidding me? My brand's about to get butt fucked by a one pump Playboy, and we're spending all this money on goddamn pyro.
No, it's fine. I know a gal.
Okay, thank God. Yeah. See, and this is when I start to like you again, Elias, because you know how to make shit cost effective. All right, I'm still running at 30 FPS over here. It's a 60 FPS show. Though I will say, the cut in camera actually is saving us a little bit of money, which is good because got a lot of new people showing up for the Grapplers Cup, so
Yeah.
It's nice to have the extra income. Shit, do you really have to have a full-length podcast just to get through a Roman Reigns entrance?
Sometimes, indeed. Obviously, Roman Reigns needs no introduction whatsoever. Probably one of the greatest superstars of the modern era, if not of all time. 2,000-plus day reign as WWE Champion. Main evented the most WrestleManias at this point with 10, 4 of which were in a row. 5 of which were in a row.
I mean, Roman Reigns is like, he is the definition of pro wrestling just being completely fucking crazy, because like, when he main evented those 4 in a row, people fucking hated this guy. And it literally only took him the one run in the bloodline to pretty much change everybody's opinions. Like,
they did what everybody was asking. They turned Roman heel. And they also let Roman be Roman. They stopped feeding him promos. Because we saw it. If anybody is a fan of Up, Down, Down, especially when they do Call of Duty stuff, you would know Roman's a very funny guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, like,
so they just let him be him.
And then that's probably why Tribal Chief got so over. Roman was able to actually show his fucking charisma, which, I mean, I'll be real. Like, even when they were feeding him promos, he was not the most confident in himself. You could tell.
Not at all. I mean, suffering succotash sounds crazy word.
But here comes a man that Roman faced alongside 2 other men in that fateful World Heavyweight title match back at the first Wrestle Mayhem. The Miz won one of the earliest matches in Glorious history, picking up a qualifying victory for that match, that Wrestle Mayhem match, at the OCW draft. You know, of course, Miz on and off OCW program because, you know, he's still filming, you know, movies and stuff. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he actually had a guest spot in one of the episodes of Reign in the Shadows.
Indeed, which was a crazy cameo on my part. But yeah, no, Marine 9 should be hitting theaters near you soon.
Hell yeah.
So that's the thing. Oh yeah, Mike came to me and asked for this opportunity, and I was like, you know what? I like your pitch, kid, or guy, because he's older than me, obviously. But and I was like, you know what, Mike, prove yourself. And he's about to do that to the best of his abilities. Like I'm a big Miz fan. He's the only 2-time Grand Slam champion in WWE history.
Honestly,
so,
Grand Slam is a great terminology.
Yeah, I love Grand Slam as a championship terminology.
Oh, and Roman immediately coming out and taking down the Miz. Roman obviously not taking Mike Mizanin very lightly. But, you know, I mean, here's the thing. We love the Miz. We respect it. We respect the Miz. Honestly, you know, if here on my roster was just saying, hey, I'm the Miz, I deserve X opportunity, I'd give it to him. Because, yeah, I think he's earned every opportunity and then some.
Roman with the gut wrench.
Oh, Jesus. Throwing the Miz so effortlessly. I don't think Roman's a big fan of the Marine movies. He's beating the Miz down right now.
Absolutely not. Well, I'm not a big fan of fucking Hobbs and Shaw either, so.
Was Roman in that? I know that was one of the Rock's things.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Here's a cover. One, two. Ooh.
Check out.
Miz already showing some wear. But now
take out his legs, bro.
But now finally starting to get some offense in.
Miz working on the body parts of Roman. That's smart, because if you take out the arm, you can't use the guillotine. You take out the leg, you can't use the spear.
And therefore, he only has like 10 other moves. I mean, he's got more moves than Cena, but Reigns definitely has like his 12 moves of doom. God, that fucking frappe's getting to me now.
Oh, you just had it. Thought it was like, okay, Miz going for the
Yeah, no, I had it like right before we started recording.
Oh, terrible decision. Cover.
I mean, hey, I'm awake. I got energy.
It's 12 in the afternoon. You should be awake anyway.
well, I was up super fucking early. To do some shit and just get everything set up for the show.
Gotcha.
Oh, Miz.
Oh, Miz. There you go.
Breaker into a neck breaker.
Again, never count out Mike. Calling for some.
Call for the buckshot lariat. Oh!
Stop it.
Ah, damn it.
Springboard crossbody.
I mean, hey, better crossbody than the moonsault. Crossbody's been hitting tonight. I think only like 2 out of like 8 moonsaults have hit. That's 2 over 8, 1, 4. It's like 25%.
3 out of like 9, I think.
3 out of 9. So 1/3. So like 33 to 3rd%. Wait, so if Scott Steiner tried to do a moonsault,
Let's not do that at all. Miz.
Looking for the 619?
No. Vintage Miz.
Ah, the 169. Gotcha.
Again, calling for it.
Top rope, maybe looking
Don't
for
get
the
pushed out of
drop.
here, kid.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness! Top rope clothesline.
Roman. Miz putting in a hell of a lot of effort on his offense here. We may see an upset here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. In the eyes of the audience.
I mean,
I
we
think
could.
Miz is Lord.
Oh, Miz going for another crossbody.
Roman
Picture
Reigns,
perfect.
Maybe it's ring rust, but he does not look to be in the best shape here tonight.
Oh, wait. He might have heard you.
Too close.
Oh, Roman. Oh, and again, there's that primal killer instinct now.
My God. That forearm is the back of the neck.
Absolutely using that size advantage
no.
to his advantage.
He might be in
And
trouble. Going for it. Superman punch. Miz may be in trouble, ladies and gentlemen.
And Miz.
If he does what I think he's about to do.
Spear! And this could be it.
That's
Roman.
probably it. Cover. 1, 2,
Miz
3.
is out.
Miz has been eliminated. Roman has 2 men left.
Oh, here we go.
The former enforcer and former tribal chief himself, Solo Sikoa. New bloodline versus old continues, ladies and gentlemen.
Some family drama being aired out in front of the world. You love to see it. Love this age we're living in.
Solo was able to win the big showcase last week, but can he, as his theme song says, take it all here tonight and become the new #1 contender post Phoenix Rising?
Of course, that meat showcase being the biggest win of Solo Sikoa's OCW career. And of course, we've always said
Neckbreaker by Roman.
We've always said in OCW, all you need is just a little bit of momentum, and Solo could very much ride that momentum to a world heavyweight title, but he's got some Samoan demons to exercise. Of course, Solo losing to Roman in the first episode of Raw on Netflix.
Roman.
And the result looking to repeat itself. Reigns in control.
On his back on the apron.
Reigns on the outside. Oh, sit out powerbomb. I don't know. I'm going to say that's like 8 of the 12 moves of Doom.
Yeah, I mean, you got what? Superman punch, spear, guillotine, powerbomb, drop back kick, Samoan drop, running clothesline, big boot, because he does that sometimes.
I'm surprised he didn't do the stink face like his Uncle Rikishi.
Yeah, even Uso can do that.
Here's the thing though. Fucking everybody except for I think Roman has like an amazing ass attack. Jimmy and Jay have an ass attack. Obviously Jacob Fatu, major ass attack. Solo's got an ass attack. Fucking Naomi's finisher is an ass attack. Like everybody but Roman's got a fucking ass attack.
Maybe he just doesn't have the glutes, bro. I don't fucking know.
I mean, Jimmy and Jay don't have the best glutes, but damn if that thing don't make a pop. Roman doesn't even do booty popping moonsaults, man. Honestly, it's an insult to the fucking Fatu name.
Leg drop.
And Solo, he's bleeding, but he's rolling. I don't know when he got busted open.
It was when Roman had him in the corner earlier in the match and he stopped on his forehead.
On a flying missile. I think that was a straight headbutt.
Over 1.
Oh, wow.
Roman power is out.
The absolute resiliency of the tribal chief.
Oh, what a knee. Roman may be busted open there.
I think so. Crawling the ropes, slow to get up. Solo now back in control of this match. Oh, Roman, though, saying, I control everything.
Solo, though.
Saying he's played the game Control. I'm sure that's a game that exists.
Roman,
oh, Jesus Christ.
Cover.
Oh, Solo! Out at Uno! Solo trying to prove that he's the one over Roman tonight. Into the corner he goes. Solo now.
Kick to the gut there.
Looking for the ass attack. No, thinking about it, hesitating, taunting, building the finisher meter, and a boot to the face.
Solo Sikoa has an opportunity.
Super kick.
Super kick. I didn't think his leg could stretch that far. Top rope.
A Solo.
Solo.
The Solo splash.
Cover. That may be it. Oh, he's cheating.
The referee
saw
didn't
it.
count it all.
Taking him to the corner now.
Honestly, though,
Roman.
I think that pinfall says more about Solo than the referee. Solo feeling like he has to resort to dirty tactics. That he has to do the chicken shit way in order to win. But quite honestly, against Roman Reigns,
drop down again. I don't know if I would. Oh my God! Pop up the Samoa drop. I would say I don't know if I would have Roman Reigns running the ropes in front of me personally, but worked out for Solo.
He can counter that shit so easily. And now Solo working on the neck of Reigns. Could be setting up that Samoan. Wait a minute.
Trips up Solo Sikoa.
Oh, Roman might be looking for that guillotine. Yes, he is. Got it locked in. Oh, Solo immediately fights out, though.
Counters, though. Oh, wait,
Solo,
no,
the spike.
Samoan spike.
Hooking the far leg.
1, 2.
Oh.
Reigns kicks out.
So close, yet so far. What's Solo thinking? Is he thinking spear?
No, he's gonna do the hip attack that you were just asking for.
The ass. No, he gets speared. The ass gets speared. 1, 2. Oh, he kicks out.
What the fuck? That was the most WWE choreographed fucking.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Solo's in trouble. No, I think this will do it. Yeah, this is the super spear.
Treat him like a DC villain. Superman clothesline. Because that wasn't really a full punch.
Wait, Solo got up though.
Oh, it knocks him off.
Oh,
Solo buys himself some time.
Oh, there it is, that uppercut. Solo Sikoa. No, but Roman counters.
Counter jawbreaker. Oh,
into the steps.
And Roman might be going for the first 20 count out in history. Wait.
Jeez, no, Roman.
We're not paying you that much, big dog.
Roman.
No! Holy shit!
Oh, what the fuck?
Top rope clothesline to the outside. That's the wildest spot I've ever seen by Roman Reigns. This really is Super Indie Night.
I didn't know he could fly like that. Cover. 1, 2.
And Solo's still out at 2. My goodness.
Will Roman Reigns go the distance looking for the spear? Can Solo counter?
I can go the distance. And Reigns.
Roman says that might not be enough.
Late's the cover. Hold on.
1, 2,
damn.
3. Solo Sikoa has been eliminated. And now it comes down to a very worn out Roman Reigns and a fresh Finn Balor. I don't think these two have seen each other since God himself interfered.
Bullshit. Oh my God. Fuck that match. Were we watching that together?
Yeah.
Because it's just like, for one thing, I've never, ever seen them use like Finn's theme like that to be like the climax to a match.
Oh yeah, like to bring him back to life.
I've never, like, the heartbeat I get. Like, do the heartbeat, and then suddenly he's like back. But so that was already weird. But honestly, it was to get a cheap fucking pop to make you think Finn's gonna win, and then just
the turnbuckle fucking exploded.
We never got an explanation.
Michael Cole, it was an act of God. What the fuck did you just say?
I think Vince told him to say that. Real talk.
Oh, drop kick.
Nah, and again, we never got a full explanation for that. That was some bullshit.
No, the explanation was it was a random act of God. That's what WWE ran with.
Well, then why didn't Spotlight God show up himself and interfere? Holy shit.
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor using that freshness to his advantage. I almost thought he was going to go for a coup de grace right off the top there. But Finn absolutely dominating the big dog right now. Oh, wait.
No.
Wait, the guillotine's locked in. The guillotine's locked in.
Roman out of nowhere. Come on, Finn.
And
Balor
Finn.
fighting out, switching it into a cover, but no, he stays out.
But his
Finn tied
foot's
up in
caught on the
right
rope,
now.
and he gets speared. Foot caught on the rope. That's an act of God right there. And Finn spits in God's face.
Oh my God, what is happening right now?
Of course, Finn Balor, a former international champion. And
Former international and tag champion Finn Balor.
so Finn could become the first OCW Triple Crown with a victory or not right here, but if he fucking makes it to the match. But Roman Reigns pulling out all of his stored finishers. He is God. He has 5 instead of 3. Tossing Finn Balor like it's nothing.
Finn Balor bleeding.
And Roman Reigns has managed to survive, but Finn Balor, bleh. And Finn clutching onto his neck. That's not good, of course. You know, Finn's had neck problems in the past.
Roman has been up top. Oh, what a shot there.
Ooh. We don't see Roman do something like this that often. What if there's like a Frankensteiner?
A top row Samoan.
Oh,
Yep.
middle
Oh
rope
my
Samoan. Not a Frankensteiner, but that's about as close as we're going to get.
Roman's a Frankenstein. I'm quitting professional wrestling.
Like, it's like I just sneak it into his moveset. That would be fucking great. Oh, and Roman.
No. This may be it. Roman.
Looking for it again.
Calling for it.
Oh, a counter!
Oh, no. Counter! Knee!
On Finn, he's spinning
Balor.
up. Oh, shit.
I don't know. We're going to get slap contest with Roman Reigns on Samoa.
What do the 5 fingers say to the face? Each competitor trying to have the better punchline.
Balor asking for it.
Finn Balor
Finn
showing
counters.
resiliency. Chopping down the monster that is Roman
Again.
Reigns.
Now back and forth.
Oh, now these two just hashing it out like men in the middle of the ring.
Fist of fury on the parts of both men. Finn Balor getting the advantage. Finn Balor. 1916.
Oh, look at turn it back a century. Here's the cover.
1,
Finn Balor
2,
qualifies.
Finn Balor is your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Finn Balor, it was a lot harder than he would have liked, but taking advantage of being the final man, and Finn Balor, an opportunity to become OCW's first Triple Crown winner.
Finn Balor will take on the winner of Okada Danielson after Phoenix Rising. What a moment for the Prince.
Finn Balor absolutely basking the booze of the OCW nebula.
That's the thumbnail. Finn Balor accomplishing what he's always set out to do, which is make himself one step closer to OCW history. Like I was saying, Stanley, what a phenomenal card here tonight. Finn Balor achieving his mission, and I cannot wait to see who he takes on after Phoenix Rising in the immediate future. But once again, I think Glory has proved that we are the A show here in Overdrive Championship Wrestling. I can't wait to see what Pride gets up to. But just know that in your heart, in your deepest, darkest fears, that not only am I a better GM, that Edge will be the greatest internet champion of all the times. Next week, when he reaches 10 and it cashes in and takes your title, the new galactic champion will be Edge. And that is the greatest thing that will ever happen in this company.
And after 3 boring minutes, I just want to say it was a good week of programming. But also, fuck you. Edge is losing next week. Gary get his first win, pull the upset of the century. I have full faith. I have the whole time. Shut up. Gary will become the new internet champion, and he will forge his own legacy. And Edge will go cry and jerk off alone.
Well, why would he do that when he has bad fans?
Because he has to cope.
Okay, but great show. Congratulations to all our winners tonight, being Finn Balor, Stalk U, Los Garzas, Lyra Valkyria, and Dax Harwood. And obviously, again, Edge. Because greatness. You're welcome, by the way, for raising the prestige of the Internet Championship.
I mean, we would have done it on our own had you not introduced the stupid fucking fake one that Cardona couldn't even hold on to. There was no point in any of this.
Would you, when not a single Internet champion on the Orange brand was able to rack up 5 wins?
Because it was a competitive division, asshole.
Well, I mean, sorry, are you saying the guys that you sent over weren't competitive?
Yeah, because it's still a competitive division, asshole.
Are you saying the likes of Jay and Jim Uso and Eddie Kingston and Joe Hendry aren't competitive superstars?
Well, Eddie and Joe or Jay and Jim, I really don't know. Those are your fucking guys.
No, Eddie's your guy.
Well, no, I was talking about the Usos. Yeah, Eddie and Joe, technically my guys. Well, Joe really isn't anybody's guy right now.
You know what's kind of crazy? Out of his last 7 defenses, most of them have been your guys. Wes Lee, Joe Hendry, Eddie Kingston, Darby Allin.
Just shut up and end the show. We got shit to do.
All right, yeah. As always, I am the 2.5D PNG of Power, Elias Storm. He is the manager champion, Stanley Brewer, and I'm better than him, and he knows it.
Mom says you have to be nice to me next week. Fuck you.
Thank you for watching.